The first head of the Roman Catholic Church in 1300 years of Vatican history to hail from outside Europe, Pope Francis died today on Easter Monday morning at the age of 88. A man of humility and unexpected beginnings, the Argentine-born leader, formerly known as Jorge Mario Bergoglio, came from humble roots, from earning a degree in chemistry to working as a janitor, nightclub bouncer, and lab assistant. Pope had taken on various unconventional paths before entering the seminary. His down-to-earth style earned him titles like the People's Pope and Pope of 99%. This is Varnika Dhawan, and today we will be diving into some of the most sweeping reforms that Pope Francis tried to introduce in the Roman Catholic Church. First, let's talk about the reforms he pushed forward to elevate women's role and the inclusion of LGBTQ people in the church and society. While being treated for double pneumonia in February this year, Pope approved a new 3-year process to consider reforms for the Roman Catholic Church. He extended the work of the Synod of Bishops, which is an advisory body to the Pope. It aimed to include the Synod's recommendations in the life of the church at all levels. And these reforms revolved around areas like the possibility of women serving as deacons and for the Roman Catholic Church to be more welcoming towards the LGBTQ community. However, before his papacy, Francis, then Cardinal Bergoglio, was not supportive of LGBTQ rights as he strongly opposed same-sex marriage in Argentina in 2010. He even went on to say the proposed legislation to legalize gay marriage was a destructive attack on God's plan. But as Bergoglio became the Pope, his stance on the LGBTQ plus issues gained global attention. While he couldn't alter church doctrine on LGBTQ plus issues, his approach was visibly more compassionate and inclusive than some of his predecessors. In 2018 itself, he reiterated church teachings but also urged parents to support LGBTQ plus children, stating, and I quote, "To ignore a son or daughter with a homosexual tendency is not a good parenthood." Now, Pope also made transformational reform in the church law to elevate the role of women in governing the church. He granted women voting rights in synods, which was earlier an all-male process. Further, the two positions of Vatican office for religious orders and head of the Vatican City state administration were previously only held by male cardinals, but Pope Francis ordained 2 Italian nuns for these roles. Since Francis continued to maintain the church's stance on male-only priesthood, so he ruled out for appointing women only as deacons. Beside Regnum Dei, which is translated as "Tend the Flock of God," was an apostolic constitution issued by the Pope on 1st June 2021, in which he revised the penal code to widen the concept of sexual abuse in the Roman Catholic Church and to impose stricter penalties for sexual abuse. This was followed by the Pope's decision to expel Cardinal Theodore McCarrick, who was convicted of sexually abusing minors and adult seminarians over decades. It was the first reform to the Vatican's Code of Canon Law after 1983, which is the legal framework for the world's 1.3 billion Catholics. This reform aimed at addressing the gaps in sexual abuse scandals in the Catholic Church, and it was Pope Francis's major crackdown on the sexual assaults of minors. Now let's talk about doctrinal and pastoral reforms. Francis also changed the Catholic teaching and declared the death penalty inadmissible under all circumstances, no matter what is the severity of the crime. This reform was also a prime shift in the Church's teaching on capital punishment. Pope Francis also called for an immediate ceasefire in the Gaza Strip, urging all parties to release hostages and facilitate humanitarian aid. He expressed deep concern over the dire humanitarian situation, describing it as a starving people that aspires to be a future of peace. He also condemned the rising trend of anti-Semitism worldwide and expressed solidarity with both Israeli and Palestinian communities. Throughout his papacy, Pope Francis tried to open up the doors of the global church to the modern world, but his reforms and agendas used to upset some Catholics and had faced broader resistance from conservative circles. His inclusive gestures on reaching out to LGBTQ plus individuals, advocating for environmental issues, and promoting interfaith dialogue were viewed by some as watering down the church's traditional Catholic values.